Hi everybody, this is Brittany from Heat Transfer Warehouse, and I'm here today to kick off our series called Mastering the Mix using ever popular DTF transfers and other heat applied materials to elevate your game and bring extra value to your project. We're going to kick off today with Rhinestones and DTF. So Rhinestones, as we know, add dimension to your product. They add a little bit of sparkle. They appeal to the sports and events markets, such as cheer, which is what we're going to be using today for our design. And overall, they just add value. We are going to use this ladies sport tech polo. So it's kind of that tech fabric material. And we're pretending like maybe we'll be making this project for like a coach or something to wear on the back. It's got the name of the organization. They're out there coaching and the audience can see, you know, the brand of the business that they're working for. So what I'm gonna do first is I am going to unbutton the polo so that it's a little bit easier to thread. And I'm gonna make sure that I thread the polo on my platen because we don't want to melt the buttons on it. I'm using the Walla Press 15 by 15 and I do have Teflon covers on both the top and the bottom. My heat press is at 320 degrees. I'm using the Walla Press 15 by 15, which I think is big enough for pretty much every project. Very rarely do you need a heat press larger than that, especially when you are using your heat press for apparel. And so I have it threaded again so that we're not going to melt the buttons on it, and also so that we can have the most even pressure possible. I'm going to start first with my DTF transfer, and the reason that we're going to press the DTF transfer first is so that it will be quite easy for us to put the rhinestones over the top of it. I've put down my transfer. I'm going to put it on the back of the shirt. I like to do it right in the center of the shoulder blades just because up here is a little bit too high, and here's kind of the prime focus of where the design should go. I think I have that nice and lined up. We're going to close our drawer and pull the press down. My DTF is going to press for 15 seconds, and after that we are going to let it release, and then I'm going to peel it warm. All right, now that we have our DTF applied to the back of our shirt, we are going to layer it up and add some bling with our rhinestone transfer. So the first thing I'm going to need to do is I'm going to have to take the transfer off of the carrier. We are going to press this at the same temperature of 320 so that I don't have to adjust my press. And we're gonna do it for a little bit over the 15 seconds. So we're gonna do like another half press again, because typically rhinestone transfers would be applied at 335 for 15 seconds. And we need to make up for that heat somewhere, but we don't wanna sacrifice time. So now that we have our transfer all weeded and taken off the carrier, we're just gonna go ahead and line it up. And the whole reason that I did the DTF first is because it's a little bit easier to put the bigger texture on top of the smaller texture. It lines up almost perfectly. And we are just gonna add some sparkle to the back of this shirt for our dance or our cheer coach. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the press down again. We're gonna let it go for the 15 seconds. We're gonna open it and then we're gonna press it down for just a little bit longer. And the thing I love about this particular press is because it's not an auto open, we can actually just go ahead, watch the timer ourselves and decide when we're going to end the pressing, versus the auto ones you're kind of locked into that time. So I'm taking the shirt off the platen, and because rhinestones are a cold peel, I'm actually going to just go ahead and put this on the table, because our table is a nice warm room temperature of about 72 degrees instead of the 320 degrees we pressed at. So this table will cool it down. Ooh, look at this sparkle. So satisfying. And look at that. We have our first cheerleading dance, multi-use with the rhinestones and the DTF. And I would say that we definitely mastered the mix for this project.